No, I think it's it's coming up. Yeah, just coming up right here. So about 4 or 5 days ago, I came back from a short week in Barbados, spent some time in Bridgetown and in a little hamlet called Arthur's Seat. If you're Barbadian, you know you know. It's a little hamlet just outside of Bridgetown. And it was very, very enjoyable. It was a nice time to get away from the sleet and the rain and the snow and just be warm for a change. So it was pretty good. I did bring some film with me. I decided to shoot medium format with Mamiya C330, and I also shot with my Polaroid I camera. I brought those two with me. And I just want to kind of discuss what it's like to shoot in such a hot Polaroid in such a hot environment and what can happen to your film. Now, hand checking your film. Okay, what happens when you travel through the airports? So Pearson is a great airport. So Pearson will hand check your film regardless of how busy the airport is, and they will check it regardless of the speed of the film as well. You just have to wait a few minutes for the guy to do it or the girl to do whatever they do. In Barbados at Grantley Adams, when I was coming back through security, I advised them that I had film and they asked me the speed. Anything that is 800 ISO and above, they will hand check. I advised them that the Polaroid is 640 ISO, but I showed them the label to say that it cannot go through an X-ray. So then they took me aside and called the manager. And then the manager came out and I had to open every single package that I had left so that they could see what was happening inside it. So every package, even though it's unused, every package is opened. So if you're traveling with Polaroid through Grantley Adams and you need to go through security, open your packages and then label the film so that you kind of know what it is, just to make your life easier. But they will hand check your film, just in case you're wondering. So you're free to take film to Barbados. Just thought you might want to know. So, as I mentioned earlier in previous videos, if you go through the Jamaican airport, they're not going to hand check it. They'll put it right through. So that's something to think about if you're shooting Polaroid. They're going to put it through the X-ray. They will not hand check it. So, just so you know. Now, one thing I noticed, there's a couple things I noticed shooting Polaroid film in the tropics. Now, as you know, that the hotter the temperature is, the more it's going to affect what the film looks like. It's going to be warmer in tone. Another thing I noticed is that it develops a lot faster, as these images I'm about to show you will demonstrate. Now, metering with the I2. If you've been watching some of the other YouTubers who shoot Polaroid here in YouTube land, you'll probably notice that people are talking about metering manually. And this is a camera where, if you want to get accurate images, I've had the camera for a year, over a year now, and you need to meter manually to make sure that you get images are not too overexposed, usually, or too underexposed. So when I shot in Barbados, I mean the shutter taps out at 1/250th of a second. So I was really relying on the aperture, which I closed down pretty low. Like the aperture goes down. Basically, the I2 goes down to f64. So there were times when I went down to the smallest aperture to make sure that my image wasn't overexposed, even though I was mostly going down to f45. If you see the picture of the Barbadian Parliament building with the flag, that's at f45. After about 5 minutes, you pretty much see the image. However, the images will be warm in tone, much warmer than if you shoot Polaroid in a colder climate like New York or Toronto, for example. So if you are thinking of taking it to a subtropical place, you got to keep that in mind. Temperature really matters with this film. One thing you might want to try is putting the film in the fridge until you're ready to use it, if you're staying at an Airbnb or something. If you're thinking about shooting instant film in a tropical country, you want accurate colors, I'd probably recommend shooting Instax, to be quite honest with you, even though I do enjoy these images. Let me know what you think below. Now, I'm planning on going to Barbados again in August, and when I do, I think I will be shooting with Instax. And now that the new Fuji Evo Wide is out, I'm gonna save my cookies and hopefully bring that with me. So I'm really looking forward to going back in August. So I hope this video was a little interesting, a little bit informative about how to, if you want, well, not really how, but what happens when you bring your Polaroid to a very warm place and what it will end up looking like. And you might want to give some thought to what you want to do, how you would like your images to look. So thank you for watching, and tune in as you get to see what Technical Pan looks like when shot down in Bathsheba in Barbados. Thanks very much. Take care.